1-2 on the straps come loose after a few hundred. So I'm guessing you just saw the car get loaded. Now we're in Ames, Iowa now. I legitimately don't know what went wrong. I plan on staying home all weekend. I was gonna get some stuff ready. It was like 7:30 or 8 o'clock. I was already in the garage, sat down, and I jokingly, it wasn't a joke. I sat down, I was like, I have to go. I can't wait any longer. So here we are. We're on our way to Thunder Valley in Oklahoma. About maybe a third of the way there. A few more hours to go. But we got the come and go. Had coffee. We got dirty old Cummins just humming along. Just like that. We're in Noble, Thunder Valley, Noble, Oklahoma. We were not planning on this whatsoever. And last night at like 9:30, I texted guys, I was like, anybody want to go? I'm going. I don't care if you're going or not, I'm going. And I told the wife, I was like, is this bad or good? She's like, it's a horrible idea. I was like, I'll stay home. She's like, you want me to help you load the car an hour later? So here we are. We drove through the night. Testing started like a half hour ago. It runs for 5 hours. We got here, we threw the diaper on, did some tuning stuff, updated the firmware, because of course that wasn't updated. Filled some CO2, stuff like that, but I think we're ready to rip now. What? Well, we're all about transparency around here. So, as you saw, I lost control over there for the finish line. Just nose in the wall, and I rode it all the way down. I didn't know what was going on. I couldn't get the car off the wall. I know what was broke or what. But it's a little messed up. So after I was able to gather myself here. So once we got the car off the track, we noticed the steering shaft had come off, but the bolts were in it, like it got tore off, and the link bar under the car was broken. So we were trying to figure out which one came first. So we were trying to figure out if this link bar broke first and drove the car to the right, or if the steering broke when it hit the wall. And we actually were able to slow the video down and zoom it out, and I'll put it in here. This link bar broke probably, I don't know, 450 feet-ish. And I was trying to steer the car, and it was just like it was on ice. And we're guessing the steering shaft, the bolts are still in the shaft where it holds it to the box. I remember thinking that my wheel wasn't on, and that's why I couldn't control the car. And I was pulling and pushing, trying to get it on. I think I tore the shaft right out of the box in my panic. But in the video, you can definitely see this link bar break. It's a little bent. It's hard to see, so I don't know if I bent it, why it broke that far down track. I know it felt a little greasier than usual all the way down track, so I don't know if I was going without the bar the whole way and it just fell. But this is something that's dumb on my part. Me and my dad have had a lot of talks about how this chassis it's really old. It's like 90s, I think, or 80s when it got four-linked and need new Heims and stuff. But it's kind of weird the Heim didn't break, the weld broke, but that's just, you can't take a car this old and expect to do 135 mile an hour in the thing without something going wrong. Shocks are bent, anti-roll bars bent. The 4-link bars got bows in them now. So we're probably gonna take it out, put the rear end in a jig, straighten it. I'm gonna decide if I'm gonna re-4-link the car or if I want to put it back to leaf springs. It's something I want to do for a while. We'll decide on that. We actually got super lucky. I thought the car was destroyed after. I mean, it wrecked after the 8th and it rolled the wall past the quarter mile, went 10:01 at the quarter, and I thought it was completely destroyed. But my stagger offset wheels, there's at the bottom of a concrete barrier, there's a jet out. So the front end nosed in. I'll show you that. It kind of messed up the front corner of the car a little bit, but the jet out of the concrete, after it hit, both wheels actually rolled that and took the beading all the way down, so the body's actually in pretty good shape. The quarter's completely untouched. You can see my wheels, usually the tread actually bows just a hair. It's a perfect stance. It's way in from riding the wall and braking everything. It tore up the RC comps pretty tore up, tires pretty tore up. The door doesn't look like it got touched. That dent was, maybe that dent's new. That dent might be new. But it definitely, the fender's the worst of it. It rolled this fender pretty hard. It bowled the bottom out, destroyed the wheel. Both, it's tough to see. Bottom control arms bent up, top controls bent all to hell. I'm hoping I think the frame is fine. I mean, we're gonna have to tear this all apart and check it all and see what happened. I lost my SS badge, which I was really upset about. And Josh was nice enough. He made him shut down the track. Josh made him shut down the track so he could go walk the entire track from where the car hit the wall to where the car stopped. And he found both pieces of it. He found both sunlight. He found both my SS, the whole badge. So pretty excited about that. But it's all loaded up now. We got everything together. At home, it was a 14-hour drive down here. We haven't slept. I got done from work like 7 last night, and we had this harebrained idea that we should test before the I-29 race. And we thought if we went now, it would leave us enough time to fix the car before I-29 in April. But I mean, I'm glad it happened here. It happened on a single pass. We upgraded a ton of safety equipment this winter, ironically enough. But otherwise, I mean, this is honestly the fender. I mean, the fender and this bezel are the worst of it. I don't know what happened if this came up and then pushing that or what, but this was my good headlight and it's still secure. This one was I broke that one in the wheelie. My grill's a little off center, which is weird, but all in all, I'm just super grateful the car's not destroyed. Everyone down here, we're at Thunder Valley and Noble. Everyone down here is super cool. Everyone came down right away. Josh had a mild cardiac arrest at the 330-foot mark, and they actually had to pick him up because he was running. He's not in the best physical shape right now, but no, everyone was super cool. Everyone wanted to help and get the car loaded up. So it was a lot of fun until about the 3:30 when stuff started going sideways. But I don't know. We'll get back, try to make a game plan. So now we're on our way back. It's 9 hours to go. So we drove 13 and a half. We were at the racetrack for 2 hours. An hour and a half of that was putting the car together, and half hour of it was wrecking it and putting it back in the trailer. And now we got like 9 hours to go until we're home. So I'll do a more detailed video when I get home, tearing the car apart, looking at data logs, stuff like that. For the record, it did go a personal best on that pass. So there is a positive. I told Josh, I said, we're gonna go down there, we're gonna make one hit, it's gonna be so astonishing, it's going right back in the trailer, and we're gonna be out of here by 6. We were definitely out of there by 6, and it still went a personal best. So a couple positives. Stand by.